Good evening and welcome to Linnell Gymnasium on the campus of Thorne Academy. I'm Zach Tarenko here with Cole Purvis, with Jeff Christianberry, Josh Pulsfer, and Troy Bolduc as well. Here on TATV, bringing you some girls varsity basketball action. It's the home team, the Thorne Academy Golden Trojans, against the away team, the Bonny Eagle Ladies Scots. It is senior night for the TA girls here, the last regular season home game they will have, and actually the last one they'll have all year, as they will not have a home playoff game. But Cole, should be a good one here for the seniors tonight. Tia coming in 15-1. They're 7-1 at home, 8-0 away. Bonny Eagle is 8-9 this season. You know, TA lost to Sheriff. That was the big news in the last few weeks. It's the last game we broadcast here on TATV. What do you see from this team tonight coming in, especially on a night like this, senior night?
Well, this game's going to be so good we even dressed up for it, so that's pretty good. But, yeah, they've rolled through everybody this year at that one loss against Chevrolet. Really good team in the North Division. It's going to be, a great test for them because they know that they have to improve if they want to go all the way in the postseason. But the Scots come in with a losing record and just a team and an opportunity for you guys, for the girls team to put a good stamp on their season, to end it off well and just go out and play their best. And they had a little bit of trouble in that Chevrolet game against Emma Lizotte, the star center for the Stags, and so they're going to have to contain Caitlin Bartash, who is one of the stars for the Bonny Eagle Scots. And so if they can just play well inside defensively, they should be able to come away with a win in this one.
Definitely. When these two teams met earlier in the season, Thorne Academy won 61-40, dominated on both ends of the floor in that one. Bartash was not really or Hastings were not really big factors in that game, but Bonny Eagle could play a good game today against Thorne Academy. Obviously, TA has had great games so far this season when playing on what you might call an event night. As you saw in the Hoops for Hope game, they dominated a Gorham team, really the only team that has given them any trouble this year in Class AA South. So if they can play, if they play with more confidence, they play a better game, better energy on the games like tonight where they have an event going, especially for the seniors, their last home game, they will be rolling as always.
Yeah, you talk about that Chevrolet game is a 4:30 start time, and that could have affected them. As you said, they like to feed off of the energy in the building, and they certainly did that on the Hoops for Hope night, and another chance here for senior night. So they have 4 players, as we know, that can really fill it up offensively and get into double digits. So we'll see if they can just keep that going, keep that rolling, get some positive momentum going into the postseason, where they will have a bye as they've locked up that #1 seed, and will go straight to the Cross Insurance Arena, which is a great thing.
It is a great thing. Going right to the Cross Insurance Arena, and it will be big for them as they look to get to the state championship. A state championship with a ton of seniors on this team. We'll go into the seniors and talk about them more as we get closer to game time. There will also be a ceremony pregame for the seniors, and there are, I believe it's 6 and then 2 team, what you might call team managers. So 8 people in total. Before we get any further, I want to thank our sponsors here on Thorne Academy Television. I want to thank Saco Biddeford Savings, Paquin and Carroll Insurance. I want to thank the Webb Family Law Firm, who hosts our pregame and postgame report, and Tobin Mobile Ice Cream Car, who hosts our halftime show. We'll get more into those sponsors later as well. Looking at our upcoming streaming schedule here on TATV. We have boys basketball versus Sanford on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. That is senior night. So another senior night, which will be good for the boys team as they round out their season. Right now they're going to be playing at Bonny Eagle tonight. That game will probably start just about as this game ends. And then we will have boys hockey versus Lewiston, their senior night, on Saturday, February 11th at 5:50. As we said, the girls will not have a home playoff game because of the way the Class AA South standings work this year. Matt Spisak not playing a varsity season, so the #1 spot will get a bye, and TA at 15-1 is pretty much guaranteed at this point. I'm actually pretty sure that they've locked it in.
They have locked it
up. So they are guaranteed to go right to the Cross. But the boys team will have a home playoff game. We're not sure who it'll be against or when it will be, but we will try to do that game here on TATV, permitting that all of us are available. And then boys hockey will have a preliminary game against a team after February break, because their season goes right up into February break, which is the week of the 21st.
The boys team has pretty much locked up that #1 seed, more than like 95% chance of that happening. So they will likely get, looking at possibly Massabesic in that first preliminary round game. Some big expectations for both the boys and the girls teams. I just can't wait for the tournament in both boys and girls, just to see how it pans out in the North and the South, and it's going to be awesome. A lot of parity this year in Maine high school basketball, which is a great thing because it means unpredictability when the postseason comes around.
If you want to, if you're going to miss Cole and I over February break and you would like to listen to Cole and I do some broadcasting, you can. Cole and I will be doing some of the playoff games at the Expo, the Portland Expo, and the Cross Insurance Arena over February break. So that'll be on WHOU. You can go online at whou.live if you want to listen to Cole or I. It'll be the earlier part of the week, so the semifinal games on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Follow our Twitter accounts for some updates with that, what games we'll be doing and what times.
Now we are going to send it down to Gary Stevens, our athletic director, for the senior night festivities.
Each of these young ladies has represented our school well on the courts, in the classroom, and through their community service activities. We salute them this evening on this occasion. We wish them the best of luck in their future and on into the Class AA South playoffs. As the college players' name, we ask them to come down and ask family members to join them as well, as we'll do a brief photo opportunity as following. Our first senior we'd like to recognize our team manager, Caitlin Perry. Caitlin is joined by our parents, Melissa and Bill. Our second senior, also team manager, is Ellen Marston. Our parents are Nancy and Eric. Our next senior, Morgan Holder. Joined by our team, Amy Neal. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Hannah Cook, joined by our parents, Carolyn Brown. Next we have Jessica Dow. Next we have Claudia Pelletier. Joined by our teams, Penny and Anthony. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our teams, Penny and Anthony. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our teams, Penny and Anthony. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, joined by our parents, Wilson Valley. Our next senior is Emily Coleman, And our final senior is Camden Roach. Going by Camden Roach. Ladies and gentlemen, our 8 members of the class of 2023, senior girls basketball players and managers. Congratulations. Now here tonight's starting line for both squads. First of all, for the visiting Bonny Eagle.
We come back here on TATV. The senior night festivities are concluding here. 8 great seniors, 6 players, 2 team managers. Nice to see the commitment to the team all year. I would be a time you might say something like through the ups and downs, but let's be honest, the girls team has been really up all season, 15-1.
One of the best senior classes that they've had in recent years. I mean, this team, as you said, guided them to such a great season, and Jess Dow and Hannah Cook have really been the stars of this senior class, but all 6 of them have really contributed to this team in a big way, and they're not done. Big postseason run coming up.
Definitely. TA and Coach Marson will stick with the usual starters. Usually on a senior night, you see all seniors in the starting lineup, but he will stick with Sulikowski and Lampson at their normal point guard and center positions. Coleman, Dow, and Cook as well. Look at some of the stats for Thorne Academy this year. Sulikowski leads the team with 14.4 points per game. She has 3 games this season with 20 or more points. Before we get any further, we'll have the national anthem here at Linnell Gymnasium.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask everyone please rise. And gentlemen, please move your hats as we honor America during the playing of our national anthem.
And it's time for basketball here at Thorne Academy. If you are just joining us and you missed the senior festivities, I'm Zach Turenko. Alongside Cole Purvis on tonight's call, we also have Jeff Christianberry and Josh Pulsifer here with us on tech and sideline cam. And as always, our famous and greatest cameraman, Troy Bolduck. Nice big crew today. After a pretty long hiatus, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks there without a TATV broadcast, Cole. And now we have a game tonight, we have a game on Thursday, and a game on Saturday as well. So lots of TA action here as we wrap up the regular season in almost every sport.
Yeah, that Chevrolet game feels like forever ago, but it's good to be back on TATV as we're getting down to it already towards the senior nights, and this season has gone by so fast. And it's not over, though.
Tip-off between Coleman and Bartash, and it is a height mismatch here. Bartash will get it to her teammate. That is Cole. This three-pointer off the mark, rebound by Emily Coleman, and here goes Thorne Academy on their first offensive chance of the evening. That pass is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay TA possession.
Good work of forcing a tough shot by Bonny Eagle there, and then Emily Coleman with a strong rebound. She's going to need to keep doing that all night long against Caitlin Bartash, as you said on the tip. Height mismatch for sure.
The Violette sisters start. Marina and Madeline. Here is Coleman. Tried the pass to the cutting Dow.
Yeah, that give and go has been a great play for them all year long, but good ball denial by the Scots.
Lamson the three. She's got it. Kylie Lamson getting to work early. The last time we saw her in this building, that was against Chevrolet, and unfortunately did not shoot the ball very well. But it seems like she has pushed off that bad play.
Yeah, averaging 11 a game, but it's been a little bit inconsistent. Didn't have her best night against Chevrolet, so looking to get back into a rhythm here as she is a true point guard for them, and they're going to need her come the postseason.
Bartash was driving into the paint, tried a turning shot. No good. Rebound there from Coleman. And now here's Thorne Academy. Sulikowski gives it over to Cook. Good defense by Bonny Eagle right now. Switching it over to Lamson. She'll throw up a three. Yes, she got it. Kylie Lamson. 6 points, the only 6 for Thornton Academy. And they have that same score as a lead. Cook with the steal now.
That far side is her favorite spot. Hits it from that same spot twice in a row.
Cook's three, that one's short. And Dow cannot keep the ball in play.
This is what they didn't have the last time we saw this team, hitting threes early. And that really hurt their confidence, and Chevrolet was able to clamp down on them. But you see Lamson get into a rhythm there, and now she's going to continue to push the pace and play with confidence for the rest of the night.
6-0 to start. Stolen away by Sulikowski. Out of bounds, going to stay TA possession.
Sulikowski's been a pest all year long. Known for her shooting and her size, but that's an underrated part of her game is perimeter defense. She's averaging 3 steals a game, and it's been really helpful for TA to get their transition game working off of these steals.
Here's Dow driving into the paint. Good move by Jessica Dow by herself. Her first basket of the day, and the lead is now up to 8. Bartash hands it off to number 24, Kylie Cole. That three is off the mark from Madeline Violette.
They haven't used the press much, but when they do, it's effective, and so they pull it out at the right time, and they're able to get some steals sometimes that way.
Stolen away by Cole. Off the mark, out of bounds, and that's going to be TA possession now.
If you check out the replay of this take by Dow, just fakes the give to Sulikowski and takes it with the left hand and uses the glass nicely. Good work creating for herself by Jess Dow.
Solid play so far from Thorne Academy. Has them out to this lead. Not allowed a basket yet. We are just about 5 minutes to go in the first. That pass from Dow to Lamson, and she's got another one. That is 3 threes. And the timeout call. Thorne Academy leads 11-0. Almost all from Kylie Lamson.
Exactly what you want to see from Kylie Lamson there, and a great job. Just that, I've been saying it, that's her spot, that far side. It's crazy how much she can get open over there.
Take a break here on TA TV. We'll be back for the rest of the first quarter.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Back here on TA TV. TA leads 11-0. 9 of the 11 points from Kylie Lamson. She has not missed today when shooting the ball. We'll see how long she can keep that up. As we hit the 5-minute mark here to go in the first quarter.
TA's had 2 road games since that Chevrolet game, and they've taken care of business easily with 2 double-figure wins against Falmouth and Edward Little.
First basket of the day for the Lady Scots. This one to Madeline Violette. Thorne Academy looking for a response. Lamson started the season a couple of big games. That pass from Cook to Lamson, and 3-point number 4.
Unbelievable. They've got to close out quicker, Bonny Eagle does. And on a night where we're honoring seniors, it's been the freshman Kylie Lamson that's put on a show in these first 3.5 minutes.
12 points in the first quarter, and we're only about 3 minutes in.
Insane.
Lamson, most points this season is 20. I was just about to say the last few games hasn't scored as much as she started the season by doing, and now she's got 12. Lamson's open, was thinking about a 3, pulls up for a 2. That one's off the mark. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Bonny Eagle ball. Dalrymple to Bartash. Bartash dribbling, gives it off to Cole. This is Ember Hastings, excuse me. Hastings. Now inside to Bartash, now to Hastings. Hastings goes up with it and got it to go. Hastings with the layup. Pass came from Bartash.
That's a beautiful cut there by Bonny Eagle, and they've been using Bartash in that high post and just trying to rack up her assists, and it's worked for them on that possession there.
See Hastings now. Going to play better defense on Lamson. 3 from Sulikowski was off the mark. Rebound to Ember Hastings. Guarded by Sulikowski, now Bartash looking for the cut. Pass came out of her hands. Hastings was able to pick it up. Hastings now driving into the paint. Underhand layup. She's fouled by Sulikowski. The first foul of the game for either team. And Hastings will go to the line, shooting 2. Lady Scott's still down by 10 now as we have reached under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Morgan Bolduck will check in for the Trojans after the first free throw. And it is around the rim there for Hastings. Coleman will take a seat. It's the first senior off the bench. The second from Hastings will fall. She's got 3 tonight. And a rebound as well. Lamson up the floor for the Trojans. Lead is 9.
They're going to have to challenge TA's bigs tonight, and especially hitting their free throws is going to be the only way Bonny Eagle stays into this game.
TA keeping their shooters around the 3-point line. Good pass inside from Dow to Cook, but it's in and out. Unfortunately there, good pass. Rebound taken by Marina Violette.
They're really clicking in the passing game here, and everything but the finish there for TA.
Bartash, good turn. Fouled by Hannah Cook. And the basket was no good. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
First time we've seen Bartash get on the block in the low post, and works to their advantage. They'll get her to the line.
I'm seeing here on the bench for Thorne Academy, the coaches are wearing 2023 senior shirts, long sleeve shirts, with the names of all the players in the back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those were the shooting shirts as well.
Nice to see the team spirit here for the last regular season home game for the girls team. The last home game they'll have all year. Rebound for Sulikowski. She's got it now, out up top. Sulikowski, in the last few games, we've seen her work all over the floor, picking up the point guard. And then running back in transition to score for Thorne Academy. Bartash was looking for number 3, that's Marina Violette, but it is out of bounds, no good. TA possession now, another turnover for the Lady Scots.
When they have a bad offensive possession, TA, I like the job that they do of hustling back and getting a deflection on the defensive end and getting it right back and getting into their offense again.
Here's Cook. Drives inside and blocked by Bartash from behind and taken away now by Bonny Eagle inside. Bartash. Shot will not fall, unlucky there, but fighting for it was Ember Hastings, and she's fouling her way up. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Bonny Eagle worked their way back here with a couple of baskets. Lead has been cut to 8. There's a second foul on Sulikowski. Have to wonder if maybe it looks like Pelletier will check in I'd have to assume that's for Sulikowski, the first free throw off the mark from Ember Hastings. And yes, Sulikowski will take a seat. Pelletier, the senior on. The only senior still not in the game is Camden Roach. Most likely see her later in the game. Hastings gets the second one to fall. It's now 14-7. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. TA looking to get their 16th win of the season. Cook is fouled on her shot. It will not fall. So 2 for Hannah Cook, one of the senior starters for this TA Trojans team.
We've seen Cook look to drive several times already in this game, and Bartash has challenged her nicely, so they run a play for Cook, and she gets to the line.
Does not fall for Cook. Cole, when you get to games like this in the end of the season, these are the ones where you have to really work on, you know, the formations you're going to play, the strategies you're going to use, and work on shooting the ball. I mean, there's no other thing that you need to work on more than shooting the ball, especially for a team like TA that relies on the three-point shot the most, just because when you get in the playoff game, it really does matter, because anybody can beat anybody in the playoffs.
We have seen this team evolve for sure, especially with how they've finished at the rim and been able to get their cutters open in the paint. Of course, it's a three-point dominant team, but they can score in other ways too. The steal.
Stolen away by Pelletier. Getting the action early, but then stolen back by Ember Hastings.
Should have been a push on Bartash there, right as Pelletier got the ball. Break for the Scots.
Hastings driving inside. Short, grabs her own rebound, goes up and fouled on the second attempt. Hastings is taking a beating right now, driving in the paint. She's got 4 points for the Lady Scots.
It's been a great effort from her, and a good job splitting the defense right there. Good ball handling skills.
First foul on Kylie Lamson.
When you look at Class AA South for the girls' side, of course, TA's been dominant. They haven't lost a game in the South yet. Then you have Noble, who's been winless. But all the teams in between have been really close to each other. And although Bonny Eagle is second to last in this division, they're still 8 and 9, hovering right around 500, and they have beat some good teams. So certainly a capable team.
Hastings gets 1 free throw. Here's Dow. Up top to Morgan Bolduck. Fake to 3. The floater in and out, unlucky there. Rebound to Violette. There goes Bonny Eagle inside to Bartash. Guarded by Coleman. Tries to find Hastings. Hastings now over to Bartash, but stolen by Coleman. Great work by Coleman to read the play from Bonny Eagle. Now 6 seconds. Lamson trying to find a pass. Dow will go up for a short 2, and it will go in as the buzzer sounds. And Thorne Academy with a solid 17-8 lead after the first quarter. 12 of those 17 from Kylie Lamson. We'll take a break here on TATV. Stick with us as we get closer to the second quarter.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
Back here on TATV. Second quarter just about to start. We'll let Cole look at the replay here.
Yeah, great patience by Dow, just checking the clock and knowing that she still had a couple seconds left to get that ball off, and gets a little bit of a lucky roll to cap off a terrific first quarter for the Trojans. They lead by 9. Kylie Lamson has 12 points, 4 of 4 from the three-point line. She was cooking in those first 4 minutes, and so great to see them get their rhythm in that first quarter offensively, and we'll see if some of the other players besides Lamson can get it going from three-point land.
Very great start for Thorne Academy, as you said, Cole. Looking for win number 16 on the season, with one more game remaining. That'll be at Sanford on Thursday night.
Sanford is a very good team. That I believe they kept it within 10 points of TA when they came in here earlier in the season, so maybe the biggest challenger in Class AA South.
And Lamson right off the bat as we get going here. Coleman with the assist.
Unbelievable. She's a sniper.
Lamson has not missed yet. 5 of 5. That is impressive.
And from range, too, and no hesitation, just pulls up and nails it.
Bartash fighting. She goes up and gets the fall. Bartash, her first basket of the day.
That is just a strong move right there. Had multiple defenders on her, but rips the ball away and scores.
20-10 now. Coleman gets to Lamson. Lamson has 15, driving inside. That layup, no good. Rebound, Coleman can't get the fall. Bartash with the second rebound. There go the Scots. Bartash, three-pointer off the mark from Madeline Violette. The rebound to Ember Hastings. Fouled. The shot was no good there. We'll look at the replay from the Lamson.
The Bartash play, rather.
Yes.
Look at how she just puts it on the floor strongly, goes right at Hannah Cook. Might have been a third step there, but they give her the basket and a good strong take by Bartash. And Bonny Eagle's offense is feeding her in the high post, and then she looks for a cutter. And TA just can't bite on these backdoor cuts by Bonny Eagle. That's hurt them. If they can keep them on the perimeter, challenge them to shoot threes, they should be fine and play a good game defensively.
Bold Luck will take a seat. Pelletier back on. And the second one is good for Ember Hastings, who now has 6 points in this game. Here's Pelletier. Out to Dow, who has 4 points. Coleman steps out from the paint. Tried to pass, stolen away by Bartash. Tough pass there from Coleman. Now here's Hastings. Stops. Inside to Bartash. Finding Hastings, great pass, and she's fouled. That's a tough call there on Jessica Dow, who was straight up there in the paint.
Some energy from Bonny Eagle's side here. We knew Bartash was a very tall player, obviously, and so she can score the ball, but the passing has been the most impressive thing.
Great pass there from Bartash.
Yeah, just pivots and finds her teammate. We do have a little bit of a student section on hand today. I'm sure they'll be going over to Standish pretty soon for the boys' game. Good to see them show up for the first half here.
The boys' game will be a little bit later, which is good, which means they should be able to see most of the girls' game.
Yep.
Dow is wide open for three, didn't take it, gave it to Coleman instead. Now here's Cook.
Didn't really have her footing there. Probably a good decision.
Dow driving in the paint. Coleman, a long two. Excuse me, that was Cook with the long two. Rebound, Coleman got it. Coleman, her first basket. And the rebound.
And nobody there to box out for Bonny Eagle, and an easy one for Emily Coleman.
22-13. Bartash inside to Hastings. Great pass, blocked by Jessica Dow. Huge block there for Dow.
Didn't even have to jump for that one, just reached her arm out and swatted it.
Shot no good. Coleman looking for the rebound. I'm going to say she was out of bounds if she threw it over her head. Look at the replay here. Bartash. Great cut by Hastings and a great job by Dow to read that.
Yeah, she got open and just rejected it. Bonny Eagle has kept it a little bit closer than we anticipated, though.
Coleman with the, excuse me, that was Lamson with the steal, the basket, and the and one. Lamson with 17 now. Great job there on the steal. Lauren Academy starting to pull away here again. As Camden Roach is now in the game.
Lamson's just been on a heater right now. Gets the ball in transition, attacks the basket strong, and finishes through the contact. First basket she's had that has not been a three-pointer, and she finishes it off.
18 for Lamson in the first half.
Certainly the best half we've seen her play of her young high school career so far.
The Thornton Academy basketball.
And they've adjusted. They've figured out what Bonny Eagle wants to do on offense, and good ball denial by the Trojans.
Hand off from Cook to Lamson. Again, Lamson, most points in the game this season is 20. And as we just said, she's got 18 right now. Great pass from Dow to Coleman. And Thornton Academy starting to hit their groove here. Which is what they do best.
That is awesome work by Dow, just drawing the defenders out there on the far side and dishing to Coleman.
It's great to see Thornton Academy being able to play a total game here. There's a timeout call. We'll keep it here. Last year, it felt like in a lot of games they were just chucking up threes, looking for big baskets. Now they're just moving the ball in any way they can.
Definitely a more well-rounded team and a
Yes.
great cutting team.
See the replay here. The offensive foul looked almost accidental. Just stopped, and May was trying to go up and saw those two players in front of her.
Yeah, that's what happens when you drive into traffic. You hesitate and don't know what to do, and she just kind of froze there. It's a great job by TA's defenders just standing strong. And good help on that as well.
So as we look forward to Thornton Academy's playoff run here through Class AA South, do you see them having any trouble in the South before making it to the States?
I could. Sanford is a good team. And Gorham, I know we think back to that Hoops for Hope game where TA won by 30 plus, but they did have some closer matchups earlier in the year. It's certainly theirs to lose, but if they don't shoot well in a day against a Gorham or a Sanford, they could get knocked off, which is why you don't want to start slow in any of these postseason games.
Good pass there from Lamson to Coleman. Coleman's got another bucket, and Thornton Academy's lead is now 16, 29-13. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Energy is high in Linnell Gym.
We talk about approaching 30 points when there's still 4 minutes to go in the half. They have certainly filled it up offensively.
Bartash can't get to fall. Camden Roach with the rebound.
Not as strong that time by Bartash.
Dow off to Cook. Cook looked like she was going up for a three. Lamson high off the glass, gets it to fall, and there's 20 for the freshman.
That was a great jab step over there. Thought she was going to the left, driving towards the middle, but nope, she goes the other way, drives baseline and finishes for a layup.
Cole. Dalrymple, the Bartash now inside to Hastings. Hastings turning off the glass and good. Ember Hastings now with 10 points.
There's a left-handed jump hook right there off the window.
Lamson sending Dow out. Dow driving in, tried an underhand pass. That's off Bonny Eagle. So it'll stay TA possession. 3:03 to go, 31-15. Coleman will take a seat. As the Sulikowski back on, she is the only person for Thornton Academy with 2 fouls today. And shouldn't be much of a factor for Thornton Academy.
Yeah, that was an extended break for Sulikowski.
That 3 from Lamson is off the mark. The first miss for her today. 5 of 6, still extremely impressive. Thornton Academy with a deep bench this year.
Can't hit them all, unfortunately. Seemed like it, though. She went 5 for 5.
Lamson will take a seat, and Morgan Bolduck back out. The one thing that I try to mention as much as possible is Thornton Academy is 15-1 without having their 6th player or the first player off the bench almost all year. Catherine LeBlanc, a junior, has not played the last 8 or 9 games for the Trojans. Was in a boot for a while, now just on the bench, still recovering from an injury.
It has certainly challenged their depth, that's for sure. And just reinforces how important it is to stay out of foul trouble because they don't have a ton of options off of their bench, especially a taller player like LeBlanc.
LeBlanc was a crucial part of last year's team. Got some good minutes, and is also a good three-point shooter. One of 2 free throws, good for Ember Hastings. Sulikowski, long 3, off the rim. Rebound Dalrymple. Dalrymple over to Cole, now Bartash. But Dow strips it away. The travel on Bartash anyways. So it'll be TA possession.
Looked like they were going to call a foul on Dow for a second. And they don't, so they keep a great play by Jess Dow just ripping it right out of Bartash's hands.
Here's Bolduck. Sulikowski giving it to Roach. Roach lost it in her hands. Tough pass there. 2:06 to go. 31-16. Thornton Academy still dominating the Lady Scots. Lamson has 20 right now.
Dow's scoring numbers have been a little bit down from last year, but she's a great defensive player, as you saw there. Super aggressive, and somebody that Coach Marston loves to have as a great two-way player.
And Dow just got recognized, as well as Hannah Cook. See, Dow and Cook were both named to the McDonald's Senior All-Star team, which is comprised of the best seniors in Class AA, A, and B in the state of Maine. So congrats to those players. And even more than that, Coach Eric Marston was named as the head coach of the team.
Look at that.
And the game, I'm not sure who they will play, but the game will take place on March 11th in Bangor. If I had to guess, they're probably going to play like the McDonald's Senior All-Stars from New Hampshire, or Massachusetts, or Vermont, or whatever that might be. So congrats to them, and good luck in March. That three looked like it got tipped by Bartash. Dalrymple has it now. Picked up the rebound.
And that's the formula if you want to beat TA. Just close out quickly on the rim, and a player like Bartash with her length does a good job of blocking that shot. That's what Chevrolet was able to do, just close out really fast and stifle TA from the three-point line.
Good defense from Thornton Academy. Rebound to Jessica Dow. Violette with the miss on the three. Dow hands it off. Fake the handoff to Roach. She faked me too. I thought Roach had the ball. Sulikowski gives it out to Bolduck. Bolduck will back up, and now some time inside to Dow. Dow, good turn. I gotta say, offensive foul. Tough play there as Dow is able to shake off the defender. Dan's actually not happy. And she'll take a seat as that's Dow's third foul.
Bonny Eagle's got to stay patient here and get a good look inside. Down by 15, it's going to be a tall task if they want to climb back into this one.
Sulikowski on defense. Madeline Violette, here's Bartash. Gets it inside to Ember Hastings. Hastings driving in, goes up, no good, rebound Bartash. Her shot no good, Hastings the rebound, no good again, and Cook finally grabs it there. Here's Cook. Stripped by Madeline Violette and puts up a long shot off the backboard, no good. So as we head into halftime, Thornton Academy with a 15-point lead thanks to the freshman Kylie Lamson, who has 20 points. It's 31-16. Take a break here on TATV. We'll be back for some halftime thoughts in the second half of action. Stick with us. We're back here on TATV as halftime is just about to end. We're going to have our halftime show here, sponsored by the Webb Family Law Firm. It is still pretty cold outside and windy. If you have any trouble, whatever might happen, we're not going to judge here. You can always call the great people at the Webb Family Law Firm. If that name sounds familiar, you're thinking of Jack Webb, who was just on with us in January for our TATV alumni broadcast. Jack and Cal had a great time, and we couldn't hear it, but when Cole, I'm assuming you went back and rewatched it, it was pretty funny listening to them talk, and obviously had Coach Eric Marston on for an interview. But for this game, Thornton Academy leads 31-16. Kylie Lamson with 20 points, a rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. Dow adding 4, and Coleman adding 6. Cook with 1 as well. Then on top of that, for the Bonny Eagle Scots, Hastings has 11, Bartash has 3, and Madeline Violette has 2. Thornton Academy with a strong first half. Cole, what do they need to do to close out this game?
Just keep shooting the ball, and on a night where we're honoring the senior class, it's been a freshman that's really stolen the show. Kylie Lamson, of course, started off 5 for 5 from 3. She's already matched her season high in the first half with 20 points. Just an unbelievable showing, the confidence that she has shooting it from beyond the arc, just firing away. This entire team can do that. And as we were talking off the air after that first half ended, it can be anybody that steps up. Sometimes it's Kylie Lamson provides a spark. Sometimes it's been Addison Sulikowski. She's put up some 25-plus point performances. Hannah Cook can get into the action, and, of course, Jess Dow. So it can be any different player, and tonight it's clearly been Kylie Lamson.
Travel there by Ember Hastings. Thornton Academy will have possession now as the third period gets rolling. Here's Sulikowski out up top to Jessica Dow. Coleman trying to find. Sulikowski was cutting to the paint. Let's pass across to Lamson. That 3 is good. 6 threes today for Kylie Lamson. A pass from Sulikowski.
And they're not going to turn the aggression off in the second half either, as you see a quick steal, and they're going in transition.
Lamson found Dow. That one was short. Lamson fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds will stay TA possession.
Lamson has been kind of covering up how kind of poor the rest of TA's team has been shooting the basketball. They've been a little bit dry from out there, but they've gotten the production from Lamson. That's all that really matters.
Great turn by Dow. The layup just could not go. Now a steal by Lamson. The layup is no good, and it's taken by Dalrymple. So a couple of missed baskets.
Yeah, Lamson just tried to kind of cradle that thing with one hand, and probably should have had 2 hands on the basketball there. And a great move by Dow, but right before that. Bonny Eagle's been overwhelmed. They don't know how to stop this three-point shooting attack. And Bartash has had a productive first half, especially passing the ball, but they can't keep up with TA's offense.
Good job defending Bartash there. Now Dow going to drive the paint. Just throwing it away right to Violette. Bartash goes up with it and got it to go. TA with a tough start here. As you said, Cole, Lamson is really making up for the rest of TA players having a tough time.
She's got to just carry this into the postseason. She looked a little shaky against Chevrolet, but when you get into these big games, if she can have this type of confidence like she does tonight at home, it's going to be dangerous.
Coleman finds Hannah Cook for the 3. And I think, Cole, that, there were a couple factors that may have impacted Lamson's performance in that Chevrolet game. It's really the first game of her entire high school career that has been a high-pressured situation against a team that, frankly, was better than Thornton Academy, as Violette steals it away, and there'll be a travel there. And on top of that, you also had, she was guarded by Lazat and Fitzpatrick for long periods of time in that game. So you add those two up, and obviously Thornton Academy didn't shoot the ball very well, so wasn't the greatest introduction for her into big games like that, but I don't doubt that she will be able to play well in the playoffs. Dow with the pass there to Emily Coleman.
Yeah, it is crazy how she's just a freshman, and sometimes you have to temper expectations, but that's why you have good senior leadership too. You have Dow and Cook, Morgan Bolduck, Claudia Pelletier.
Lamson with another steal, all by herself. That's 3, number 7.
And 26 points on the day.
This is pretty incredible, Cole. 26 points for the freshman. And Thorne Academy's lead is now 42-18 with 5:16 to go and a timeout called on the floor. We look at the replay here. Just steps into it. Nobody gonna guard her. And when you're wide open like that, she can hit the three.
She's taking advantage of Bonny Eagle playing a little bit lackluster on the defensive side of the ball. Just steps right into a three in transition. She sees a lot of space and does not hesitate to fire.
Let's get going here off the timeout. Be Bonny Eagle possession.
If you're playing TA, you have to close out or else it's over. They shoot too well when they're wide open, but a team like Chevrolet did a great job of closing out quickly. So that's the formula for the postseason for a team like Gorham or Sanford if they want to knock TA off. Cannot leave these three-point shooters open.
Bartash trying to drive past Coleman. She does. The layup was no good. No foul called there as Cole tried to go back up with it. And Cook ended up with the rebound. Lamson slowing it down and sending Sulikowski inside and just threw it away. A little miscommunication there by the Trojans. Bartash came away with the steal. Here's Bartash. Inside, Hastings blocked by Sulikowski. Nice block there. Pass to Coleman in transition. Sulikowski got the rebound. And TA now just throwing the ball around, and now Dow will slow it down. Here's Sulikowski open for the three. Off the mark. Rebound to Cole. Bonny Eagle will have possession.
Sometimes when they're struggling from three, it's because they're not getting their feet set. I think that's what happened there.
Lamson will take a seat. Pelletier back on. Cole, when I look at this roster for Bonny Eagles, one name pops out. It is number 13. It's Charlie McAvoy. Yep. And if you haven't heard that name before, well, I don't know where you're at or what you've been missing. Charlie McAvoy is the best defenseman on the Boston Bruins. One of my favorite Bruins players. Went to Boston University.
And you also had a viral tweet about him saying he's like the best defenseman, scoring defenseman in the league or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain that?
Well,
'cause I know you got some hate for it.
Yeah, he had a great goal, dangled through a couple of players, and scored a great goal. And I made a joke about saying, he's the best scoring defenseman, for the Bruins ever. And some people thought I was being serious, as it happens sometimes. Three from Sulikowski off the mark, but the rebound for Pelletier. Back out to Dow, and Dow hits it. Big three there for Jessica Dow. And great pass from Claudia Pelletier. The layup is good from Ember Hastings. Sulikowski picking up a foul there.
Check out the replay of that. Look how wide open Jess Dow is, and not enough time for Bartash to close out. They've just collapsed the paint. TA does a good job of rebounding and cleaning up the basketball down there, and Dow was wide open. Just a warm-up three.
Hastings gets the three-point play. It's now 45-21. Sulikowski 0 of 5 shooting from the three today. Good pass from Sulikowski to Morgan Bolduck for Bolduck's first basket. Sulikowski doesn't have any points today, but it's had a big impact on defense. As you saw there, a great pass to Bolduck is now 47-21. Here's Bartash. Good defense from Hannah Cook. Gets the rebound. TA's defensive game has been very strong, even though the offense has wavered a little bit. Pelletier's three is no good. Rebound Bartash. Good box out there from Bartash. Marina Violette over to Cole. Now over to McAvoy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that is McAvoy, but not Charlie McAvoy. That is Amelia McAvoy.
Check out another replay here. Great cut Oregon Bulldog just circles around, cuts from the elbow, and a 2 for the senior.
Here's Bartash trying to find Hastings. It's going to be a foul call for a push. I believe that's going to be
Sulikowski.
Yep, Zulikowski's 4th foul. So she'll have to take a seat. And Lamson will head back on for the Trojans. At this point in the game, doesn't really affect the Trojans that much. Amelia McAvoy's 3 off the mark, but a good rebound from Bartash and puts it up and good. Bartash has 7 now.
It's a tough turnaround shot. That's where the size comes to your advantage.
Foul called. On the Lady Scots. It's the first one on Bartash. Lamson tries to get the pass to Cook. He got tipped off Bartash's hand, but Cook was able to get it. Now she's driving around, blocked by Bartash and a call of foul. So Bartash's 2nd foul, and Cook will head to the line looking for both free throws.
Of course, the boys basketball team on the road in Standish against Bonny Eagle tonight. In 2 of the better teams in Class AA South. Could be a potential playoff meeting when you talk about maybe a regional semifinal, as Bonny Eagle looks to be around the 4 seed right now. I think they have that pretty much locked up, actually. And then elsewhere, we have South Portland going into Gorham to take on the Rams. That'll be basically for the 2 seed in AA South boys. So a couple of big-time matchups tonight in the boys side of things.
You talked about it earlier. The Thornton boys is pretty much locked up first place, and a matchup like that it guarantees that even more, just because the teams that are in 2 or 3, someone's going to lose.
Exactly.
And add on to their losing record as a travel there from Bartash. Thornton Academy boys only have 2 losses this season, one of which was to Gorham, and the other 2 Portland. We talked about this, Cole, this season, is that TA boys and girls have dominated Class A South, but when it comes to the Class AA North, they've struggled, and they haven't really had many games. TA boys played Portland, and the TA girls only played Portland and Cheverus. They don't have a lot of film or scouting or information about the teams in the North, and they're going kind of in blind into a potential state championship against a team like Oxford Hills or Bangor. Bulbuck had the last basket there for Thornton Academy to get them past 50 points. It'll be out of bounds off of Bonny Eagle.
For the boys, I think they played Oxford Hills in the preseason, and they'll have film of them. And then Portland, of course, they played in the regular season. So they'll know what Portland brings for sure if that's the state championship matchup. Of course, we don't want to assume the boys are going to make it there, but we know Portland's going to really try and lock up TA defensively. And then for the girls, they struggled against Cheverus, and it might be even worse against Oxford Hills. So they're going to have to make some adjustments if they want to beat some of these powerhouse North teams.
Dalrymple comes up with the steal. Under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Dalrymple is fouled. It'll be on Pelletier. It'll be an inbound pass for Bonny Eagle under the basket. 41.1 seconds to go. Coleman's going to check back in for the Trojans, taking off Hannah Cook. Quick 3 there, or excuse me, long 2 is good for Madeline Violette. 2nd basket for her. 30 seconds to go. Lamson over to Dow. At this point, you have to assume Thornton will try to hold for the last shot. And Lamson
has 26. We'll see if she can be I believe the first TA player to go to score 30 in a season if she can get 4 more.
Nice pass inside to Bolduck, and got hit by Bartash, but it wasn't a foul. It'll be out of bounds, and Bonny Eagle possession with 3.7 seconds left. And Pelletier and Bolduck will come out for the full court press. 2 seconds and 3 players in the area. That'll do for the third quarter. Thornton Academy leads 51-25. Solid lead as we go into the fourth quarter. Stick with us as we take this break.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
Welcome you back into the fourth quarter as you see Jeff Christianberry putting the camera on us. Nice to see him. He's more focused on us than the game. So, Jeff, swing it back to the court. Why don't you? But anyways, we're getting to the fourth quarter, 51-25. We do like the attention, but we also do like focusing on the game as well. The last game of the regular season, and the last home game, the last home regular season game for the girls team, the last home game they'll have all year. High arcing three from Sophia Gaudiano off the mark, and now here's Lamson. All the starters in, and most of the starters, in right now. Cook's three is good. She now has 9. Lamson picked up the assist there. Off the mark there from Dalrymple.
Got kicked by somebody. Bonny Eagle gets it back.
Here's Ember Hastings, guarded by Cook. Hastings trying to get inside. Hastings went up with it, couldn't get it to go, and Cook with the rebound. Now here's Lamson. 4 points away from 30. Driving inside. Layup is good from Lamson. Great move by the freshman. She got 28, and the lead is now 31 points. Largest win of the season for them. It's 34. Bartash, good turn inside in the paint for another basket. Bartash has 9. Down to 29-point lead here. Sulikowski to Cook. Now to Coleman. Sulikowski. Looked like she's trying to set her feet for a 3. Lamson will take one. Off the mark. Rebound Cook. The basket is good there. One from Hannah Cook.
It's good decisiveness by Sulikowski. A nice baseline drive and a quick pass to Cook there for 2. Crazy to think that TA's next game will be in the Cross Insurance Arena.
Should be against a pretty easy opponent. Semi-final matchup, most likely we'll be playing a team like Sanford.
You see Lamson drive there for her 28th point.
In and out from Bartash. Lamson will take a seat. And Riley Rose will check back in. Perhaps that may be the last time we'll see Kylie Lamson, which is tough. She was 2 points away from 30.
Yeah.
The only other TA player to get 30 in a basketball game this season is Will Davies.
She'll have plenty of more chances. She's only a freshman, so lots of chances to get 30 in her high school career. I'm sure we'll see it several times.
Riley Rose, the 3 is good. Sulikowski with a great pass to her teammate Riley Rose. Checks in the game and hits a big 3. This shot from Cole is off the mark, and a rebound for Hannah Cook.
That's 11 made 3-pointers on the day for TA.
Sulikowski get around Bartash, underhand scoop layup, no good. A rebound of Dalrymple.
Think about how crazy they went in that Hoops for Hope game, hitting 10 threes, and they beat that tonight. It's still a lot of time to go.
Hastings. Nice jumper from her. Hastings has 16 points tonight for the Lady Scots, and the last player who hasn't checked in yet, Laura LeBlanc, will come in. The next chance available, here's Camden Roach over to Sulikowski. Now Riley Rose, another three. Off the mark, rebound Coleman. Back out to Sulikowski. Sulikowski's three is good. Sulikowski gets in the scoring sheet. Nice pass there from Coleman.
First basket for Sulikowski. It's been a quiet night for her, but gets on the board there.
This was the score of the Gorham game, 64-30. Here's Cole, giving it out. Now here's Ember Hastings. Hastings inside to Bartash. Bartash falling back. No good rebound to Sulikowski. Cook. Timeout called by Coach Marston. And we'll keep it here, 3:50 to go. As you said, Cole, earlier, lots more chances for Kylie Lamson, and she's just a freshman. The next couple of years, she'll have a bigger role on this team.
I've loaded up the heel points here just to see. I know it's a long way down the road still, but TA's first round playoff matchup, they'll likely play, the winner of the 4 or 5 seed matchup. And it looks like Scarborough could be the most likely option, which is interesting because they lost to Scarborough in the regional semifinals last year. So it could be a little bit of a revenge game for TA. Of course, all the teams in the standings here in the South, they have beaten. So that's certainly good for your confidence going in to the tournament.
Scarborough, definitely a new team, and a younger team. Last year, they were led by senior Lindsay Fiorello, who shined in TA's semifinal loss. Cook tried to keep it in bounds. .337 to go in the game.
Well, thank you all for watching on TA TV.
It's our last girls basketball broadcast of the year, and my last girls basketball broadcast ever.
Have your last boys one either Thursday or the week after.
Yeah.
Winter's definitely a fun season to do sports. We got 3 different teams that we cover, and some very good teams this year.
Charlie McAvoy had the pass inside to Cole for the basket. I gotta say, as somebody who watches a lot of hockey, it's really weird to say Charlie McAvoy.
It's weird for me too, and I don't watch anywhere close to as much hockey as you.
I'm always thinking of Charlie McAvoy with the stick and the puck on the ice, not with the basketball on the court. Here's Cameron Roach with the shot. No
Looks
good.
like David Pasternak is about to check into the game as well.
Good one, Cole. And the Cook hits the 3.
She's got 14 now. Quiet first half for Cook, but she's turned it on in the second.
3-pointer is good from Marina Violette for Bonny Eagle. Here's Pelletier. Guarded by Cole. Laura LeBlanc. Driving inside. Now Camden Roach. Over to Pelletier. Pelletier stops. Now over to Roach. Driving inside. LeBlanc goes up with it. No good. Rebound to Hastings. Now here comes Bonny Eagle. I'm going to see a timeout called by the Scots, as Dow and Coleman were checking back in. Under 2 minutes to go in the game, 67-35. Give you our schedule coming up again here just one more time. So join us on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. for boys basketball on their senior night We'll have the festivities and the game again, 7:30. That'll be against the Sanford Spartans. That'll be the last game of the regular season for the boys team. And then on Saturday at 5:50, the boys hockey team will take on Lewiston. Lewiston's had a great season this year, so it should be another good game. The last regular season home game for the boys hockey team. They will finish the season with 3 away games, and that, again, goes into the next couple of weeks. So their preliminary game that we will have on THEV won't be for a few more weeks. So winter season still a couple more weeks left, even though the games are becoming less and less in frequency.
Yeah, and hockey season goes very long. Their playoffs go well past the basketball seasons.
McAvoy with the shot. Dow with the rebound. Dow over to Pelletier. Fast-moving offense here, even with under 90 seconds to go in the game. Pelletier driving inside, no good. Rebound, collective effort for Mariana Violette and Charlie McAvoy.
Some of the seniors having some good games tonight. Emily Coleman has 8 points. Jess Dow has 7. And Hannah Cook has 14, as she will check out right now.
Bolduc with 4. Pelletier has a rebound, assist, and a steal. Solid game here as Lamson's back in, and she looks excited to get back on the floor. Maybe she knows she's close to 30. I'm not sure if she does, but maybe. So the senior will check out.
Last time they'll be playing here.
And Coleman comes out as well. And I guess it's some kind of ritual here as we're ending. It's the last home game these seniors will play.
Great run for the senior class. Play basketball with them your whole lives, and now it's the end.
It's good from Violette. Lamson has it. 1:08 to go. Rose out to Lamson, will take the 3. Just short. We're rooting for her to get the 30-piece. Out of bounds, TA possession, 51.6 seconds to go. Camden Roach will take a seat. And Sulikowski's going in as well. Unfortunately, there's not enough subs to take out all the seniors, so Morgan Bolduc will have to stay in the game. Maybe they'll take her out and just send one of the seniors back out to end it. Lamson to Sulikowski. There's Bolduc. Laura LeBlanc picks it up. Great move. No good. Here's Bolduc. Will take the 3. Off the mark. Picked up and almost stolen away by LeBlanc.
Lamson wants that 30. She had a good cut.
It seems like she knows that Cannon Roach will go back in. Yeah, so they're going to let Bolduc come out and enjoy the hugs from the teammates. And yeah, Cole, it does seem like Lamson knows she's close to 30. Lost control of it. That ball is thrown underneath the basket, going up for it. Layup no good. The rebound. 6 seconds left. So Lamson will come just short of 30 points, but it does not matter as the Trojans win 67 to 37. A 30-point victory, and they move on to 16-1 on the season, Cole. What a great record they have had and a great game for them. The last home game they'll have this year. Just a great performance. Again, Lamson with 28 points, as well as 3 assists and 3 steals. Cook had 14, and Coleman added 8. Dow with 7 as well. Trojans with a great victory. Any last thoughts?
Just, you got to look at the bigger picture here. In a girls basketball team, they have struggled in the past, but you can't take anything for granted. And the fact that they've gone through the regular season with just 1 loss is remarkable. Just such a great team. And this senior class, Dow and Cook and Bolduc, Pelletier, Roach, and sorry, I'm forgetting. Coleman, excuse me. They've all been just terrific this year, and more work to be done. They'll head to the Cross Insurance Arena, but definitely can't ignore this fantastic regular season that they've had. So great work from TA.
Cole and I will continue to give updates on the girls team as they get into the playoffs. Should be exciting for them, but that'll do it here from Linnell Gymnasium for the final time this season for girls basketball. I'm Zach Tarenko with Cole Purvis, Josh Pulsfer, Jeff Cushenberry, and as always, Troy Bolduck saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on Thursday for boys basketball.